Have you ever left the bar without your shirt and missing your phone? I have.
What happens when thousands of gay rugby players from North America get together in Boston, Massachusetts for a weekend full of rugby and shenanigans?
I know. For those of us who can remember, lots of fun.
It was a lot of fun. That's why on this episode of the Gay Rugby Podcast, we're going to be going through our time at the NORAM Cup and giving you guys a recap of all the fun stuff that we did and the good times that we had.
And the ones that I can't remember, but I know about.
All right, let's get ready to ruck. Woo. Ozzie.
Jack.
How you doing?
I'm good. Still recovering from last night.
Dude, I'm still recovering from NORAM.
Oh yeah, I feel like that takes definitely some time to get over. But
it's been almost 2 months since the tournament.
I know. But it was a lot of fun, and I'm still talking about what happened and what didn't, and what I remember and what I don't. It was fun. It was a good time.
It was a lot of fun, but after these rugby tournaments, I am exhausted.
Yeah.
And not just exhausted, I usually get a little sick.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you did say that. For me, like I know when we, there's a saying when you go on vacation, sometimes you need a vacation to recover. I feel like whenever we do these tournaments, like you get back home and you're like, I know I just got back, but I kind of need a break from work and life and just kind of like veg. Yeah.
Yeah, no, seriously.
I know.
I'm not sure if it was like all the rugby that we played. We did play rugby in the rain too, so that could be part of it. Or if it was all the guys that I made out with.
Oh, you had mono. I mean, I didn't get sick.
Or all the drinking that I did.
I mean, you are definitely like in close quarters. You're tackling people. People are sweating on you. You're at the bars. I mean, you're gonna get sick, right? So, I didn't get sick though.
Yeah.
Luckily.
Well, I think part of it is like I get really depressed after these tournaments, if I'm being honest with you. And I don't understand why, because I have the absolute best time of my life at these inclusive rugby tournaments. And then we get home and just go back to like my normal life.
Yeah, reality.
And I really struggle with that. And I lose a lot of motivation in work and in life. And I think it also has to do with the fact that, yes, I'm usually sick after these tournaments.
I think that
doesn't help.
But I think that's normal. I mean, I'm not a psychologist. I'm sure there's a psychologist out there that would love to chime in and tell us what that is, but there has to be a term for that. I think that's pretty normal.
Yeah.
You know? I know me, when I go out and if I have too much to drink, the following day, if I don't have a hangover, I at the very minimum have this feeling of guilt, like I did something bad.
Yes.
And I don't understand, like, why do I feel this way? I didn't do anything wrong. I just drank. And it's so weird, right? Like, but I think it's one of those things where, like, your body goes through something.
I have a similar fear. I have this, like, anxiety that years ago I got really drunk and I did something horrible.
And that you can't remember?
And that I can't remember it.
Oh, wow.
Like, horrible. I have nightmares about it.
That's crazy.
But I don't think I actually did anything.
Yeah. It's just that, yeah.
It's like,
isn't that bizarre?
Because I've blacked out before.
Yeah.
Which I don't recommend. Definitely drink responsibly.
I don't know what blacking out is like. Actually, yes, I do.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So the NORAM Cup. I was thinking that we could kind of go through like a day by day recap. We have so many photos and videos of our time there that I want to give our audience members and our fans like an inside look at hour by hour, day by day, how did the tournament go? Between all the travel and partying and rugby, I needed something that wouldn't make me crash harder than like a 300-pound rugby prop hitting me in the chest, you know? And I knew that was going to be an issue because, I've been to these rugby tournaments before, so I know how it feels.
Yeah.
And that's why I connected with Magic Mind before the tournament. And they actually sent me their 3 focus shots.
What is it? The original, free, and max, right?
Yeah. Okay, listen. Max was my pre-game go-to, right? Rugby matches are 80 minutes long, and you need a lot of endurance. And the Max has a slow-release caffeine that kept me going through the entire rugby match, and honestly, through the entire day.
I like that because it's different from just having a cup of coffee before the game.
Yeah. And coffee makes you jittery too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You're
Well-
on edge. And I feel like the Max shot had all of the benefits of, a caffeinated drink, but without that jittery feeling.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the original was clutch for those post-match debriefs.
The recovery,
right?
Yeah.
A lot of other teams, they bring a physical therapist. They have ice baths. Our team doesn't have a lot of those commodities, and so I found the original super helpful.
And we need you to be focused for the boat race, because that's important too.
Well, it's not like we're just playing rugby there either.
No,
we've got our podcast. We were doing interviews. We were going around and networking with people. And so the original was really great because it was super focused, no brain fog, and I feel like I was just on top of my game.
Yeah, it's not like you can just finish the game, check out, and be on your way. There's a lot more that's happening right after the match.
Yeah. And then lastly, the free. Total zen.
Is that what you took when you got home?
No, that one I actually took on our free day in Boston before the tournament even started. Because honestly, rugby's a full contact sport, and I get a lot of built up anxiety before these matches. And so the free was really great because it really just calmed me down. We had a fun day in Boston. We actually went to the aquarium.
Totally mellowed you out.
It totally just mellowed me out. It got me in the right mindset to really just relax, make sure that my body was ready and that my mind was ready for these rugby matches.
Yeah.
So after trying all of them, my favorite was the Max, just because I really needed that extra energy boost for a 3-day rugby tournament on our feet, running around. The Max really helped me, power through.
Mine is a free.
Oh, yeah?
Actually, I took it before we even got here because I needed to make sure I was in the zone and focused. Yeah.
Oh, cool. So anyway, make sure to check out the link in the description for 60% off your first subscription.
They even offer full money back guarantee if it's not your vibe.
Yeah, so just make sure to head over to magicmind.com/GRPMF for 60% off. Reclaim your brain.
Big shout out to Quentin Leduc and everyone else that put together this amazing tournament. It's pretty flawless from beginning to end. I don't think anyone has any complaints.
Incredible.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Especially when you've been to other tournaments, need I not mention names, but that don't go as smoothly.
Those tournaments are also super fun and valuable experience, and I had a great time.
I'm just saying it's really hard work to put together. So when everything goes as planned, or at least we can't tell if things didn't go as planned, we need to acknowledge that and say thank you, kudos to you guys.
Yeah. Let's talk about NORAM.
Yeah.
That was so much fun. And even before NORAM, I made a whole trip out of it, right? Me and a few of the teammates actually went to Cape Cod.
I'm so bummed I couldn't go.
Provincetown. You could have gone. I invited you.
No. I know. I was busy. I couldn't.
He had better things to do.
Work, make money to pay for my trip, for my flights and hotel.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So me and a couple teammates, we went to Provincetown, had a great time. I didn't realize how gay Provincetown is.
Really?
I knew it was gay, but I didn't realize it was gay.
The thing is, it's not that gay. It was super gay the minute you guys landed. That's when it got real gay.
You know what's crazy though is we weren't staying in Provincetown. A few of the guys from the team were staying there, but me and my friends were staying at my aunt's house, which was 30-minute drive away, which in LA is nothing.
Yeah.
But in Massachusetts felt like forever.
Really? Why? I was driving around. I don't think I'll ever do that again. I hated driving.
Oh, in Boston?
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
All these tunnels, people complain about traffic in LA. No.
Well, Boston was originally a horse carriage city. There was no city planning.
Well, of course.
It kind of just popped up out of the
there's no rhyme or reason, and I know it's an old city, but man, is it confusing to drive around.
Yeah, well, if you grew up there and you're educated, you know how to get around.
Oh, if you are educated.
So yeah, Provincetown was a lot of fun. We went to a bar there called The Vault. which is kind of like the Eagle, but it's in Provincetown. But it was dead. It was in the middle of the week, and was kind of the off season, so it was like 7 rugby players. There were some guys from the Washington Scandals who were there as well. Oh, nice. And then just a bunch of like older,
sounds like a scandal.
Full-time Provincetown residents.
Provincetown.
Yeah. So that was great. And then we drove from Cape Cod back to Boston just in time for our
practice.
No,
not just in time. They were late. So...
Okay, but we were late because we actually went to the field that we were supposed to be playing on. There was a lot of addresses being thrown around.
A lot of addresses, a lot of clear information, and a lot of not painful attention. Maybe if you had one of these, you probably would have been a little more focused.
But so that practice was really good. My only kind of complaint about it was all the geese poop. There was a lot of geese poop in that field.
Yeah, but you know what? I'll take that over like needles, glass, and rocks, and just playing on plain dirt, which is a lot of what we get in some of these other pitches.
I mean, it was beautiful. It was right by the water. And so we teamed up with a bunch of other teams, including the Cardiff Lions and some of the players from San Diego Armada, to fill in our side. It's a long flight from LA to Boston.
Yeah, and then a lot of things happen, injuries and stuff like that. So life was lifing, but hey, we made it work.
And then after the practice, I was stressing out actually.
Yeah, you were.
I was stressing at the practice.
First of all, he shows up late, and then he runs off like right as practice ends. You couldn't even wait for your
I had a lot to do. I was borrowing my aunt's car. I had to go return my aunt's car. I had to check into the hotel. I had to shower. I had to get dressed. I had to drop my friends off. I could have been more chill. It really was fine.
This whole time, you know what? This whole time I thought you had to return the car to like a rental company. So you had to be there like at a certain time. So I'm like, okay, I get it. Like he needs to go return it before.
Nope. I was just my aunt's house, but it was a little farther away. And so that was great. But then we got ready for the opening ceremony, which was a ton of fun. Ozzie, I kind of felt like a celebrity at this event.
Yeah, well, you were all over the place. Slut.
Well, we just want to say thank you for everyone who said hi to us at NORAM.
Yeah, thank you guys.
It was so great to make so many new friends.
Yeah.
And to connect with old ones and also connect with some of our fans who became friends.
Yeah, and I just want to say we appreciate when you guys say that you guys appreciate what we are doing, because we are really trying to introduce rugby to people that don't know what rugby is and kind of like give them the 101s of it. So it gives us some validation that like, okay, maybe we're doing something right, you know, like we are passionate about what we're doing, but it kind of feels good to be validated that way, you know.
Yeah.
I do, and so thank you guys. That means a lot. So that was really cool.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. So the opening ceremony was a ton of fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually at TD Garden, which is a huge sports venue where the best basketball team in the whole world plays.
Oh, Lord.
The Celtics, Boston Celtics. So that was a lot of fun. All the teams dressed up. Our team, Ozzie actually made shirts for our team.
I did. We had shirts made. The theme was City Pride.
Yes.
So if you guys look at pictures, you guys will kind of see what they are. But yeah, and it was fun. We all had matching shirts, and there was a lot of cool costumes and
all
other
the other
shirts,
teams. Yeah. And then we walked around handing out stickers.
Oh yeah.
And then they called
these stickers.
Yes. So if you don't have one, come see us. We'll give you one.
Yeah. We usually have them in our pockets. We're gonna make some. So these are just regular stickers. We're gonna make some really cool like waterproof ones that you can stick on your drinking bottles and stuff. Reusable ones. Anyway, but yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, they called all of the teams up on stage, and then it was hosted by the drag queen, MT Hart.
She was so sweet. We took a picture with her.
Yes, we did.
Check us out on
Cut to the photo.
Yeah. Oh, or check it out on Instagram. If you're consuming this on a different platform, we did put a picture up of us on Instagram.
You know what I thought was crazy though was after the ceremony, it cleared out fast. I felt like as soon as the event was over, like everyone just left, but there was a DJ going, and we stayed and we took some pictures and hung out. I was like, well, I was really drunk that night. Do you remember?
Yeah, you were. I had to cut you off. Why. So Jack said, okay, this is my last one. You have to cut me off. Then I see him. He had another drink in his hand. You probably don't remember that. And then I went to the bar to get myself another drink. And he's like, why didn't you get me another drink? And I said, you were cut off before this drink that you just had. So no, you're not drinking anymore.
I get very excited.
And then he starts, if you don't already know, he starts doing cartwheels. And so that's not what I wanted you to do that night, at least.
Anyway, so then Boston's a super walkable city. So from the venue, the opening ceremony venue, we walked to the alley, which is like a gay bar in Boston. But it kind of felt like a Applebee's.
Yeah, it was.
In that there was all these booths and the overhead lights were really bright and people were eating chicken wings and pizza.
Yeah.
It was fun. I hadn't been there since, I grew up in Boston, so.
But you probably didn't go there, right? I mean, it's a bar. I don't think you went there when you lived there, did you? Or
no.
did you? Okay. Don't get them in trouble.
Anyway, that was super fun. I was a little wasted. Hung out in the alley mostly.
Well, what's new? You do that out here too.
Sorry, and that's the name of the bar too. So it's in an alley.
Oh.
Head home. The next morning, they scheduled us.
Oh, early in the morning.
Early morning games, both days. I think we had to be there at 7:30.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So everyone's a little hungover. We get to the pitch. It's raining. And we got... I wouldn't say spirits are low, but energy levels
Yeah,
were low.
energy was low. But not only was it raining, then it stopped raining, then it got windy.
Then it was sunny.
Then it was sunny, and then it was like overcast again. It was like we experienced like everything.
Everything.
It was,
and that's Boston for you.
It was crazy.
So we played our first match. Who did we play against for our first match?
The Chicago Dragons, no?
Chicago Dragons, yeah. They put up a hell of a fight, and they won. But it was a pretty tight game.
It was, yeah.
No major injuries. And then energy levels were picking up, It was a fun day. Had a couple hours. We went and got smoothies. Delicious.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Much needed for my hangover. And then we played the Baltimore Flamingos. That was a really...
That was a good,
tight
that was
match.
it was back and forth. It was a lot of like grit, for sure. Yeah.
And we won on like a conversion in the last 10 seconds.
Yeah,
it was crazy. We were looking around like, did we win?
Did we not?
Did we not? We totally won.
Yeah.
Love the Baltimore Flamingos.
Love you guys. You guys are fun.
After that, we interviewed Val Pizzo, the president of the Baltimore Flamingos. Great interview.
Yeah, and Val also organized the first trans match and organized a trans match at NORAM as well.
Which was the third trans match, and that was on Sunday. But what did we do on Saturday night? We went back to the alley. There was a rugger meetup at the alley upstairs.
Is that when I dressed like a slut?
Yes. Ozzie dressed like a slut. He said he stayed in, but he actually dressed like a slut.
Actually, no, I didn't say it. You're right.
We went out. We had some drinks, and then we actually ended up getting late night Chinese food.
Yes. Okay. Yes, we did. Actually,
at like 1 a.m.
Yeah. Okay.
I was
like, coming back.
Oh yeah, it's a 5-minute walk. It took us like 15 minutes to get there, just because the way Boston is organized.
Yeah, we had to. We drove there.
Had to drive.
Listen, first of all, there was a lot of things wrong with what happened that night. You said that it was dim sum, and it wasn't. And
they had dumplings.
And then you said it was like a 5-minute walk, and it wasn't. We ended up driving, and it was like 15 minutes. Anyway, it was.
We got a lot of food.
Yeah, the food was good. And wasn't there like a little kid played?
It was 1 a.m. on Saturday.
Yeah.
There was a family next to us with a bunch of little kids running around, but this one kid kept playing Baby Shark.
Yeah. Baby
over
Shark,
and over. Baby Shark. Baby Shark.
Oh my God.
And then we were laughing out loud. Holy hell.
And then our teammate Phil started like singing along, and the kids just like looking at him like smiling. Good times.
Good times.
But then we had to be up early again the next day.
Early and my tummy hurt. But it was okay because we went and we played a rugby match the next day. Oh, you know what? I got injured in the second rugby match on Saturday. So I was limping around. That was a rough game. A lot of our players were injured, and it's the end of the tournament. Crazy night the night before, but we still had a ton of fun.
Yeah, and then we had to be. Sorry, this was Sunday.
This was Sunday.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
After that, we made some content.
We did.
We embraced the cringe. People were looking at us.
Well, and we were walking around giving away stickers again.
Giving stickers away.
This was before the trans match.
Yes.
And then I remember. Do you remember what we were doing? Calf stash. It was a trans match. We were walking around. Well, this was before the trans match. We're walking around giving away stickers. And then we get stopped by the Columbus Coyotes because we were getting what?
Calf stashes.
So they were making us chug. It was Fireball, right?
It was Fireball, yeah. So you had to get on your knee and then you chug Fireball and then they throw a mustache on your calf.
On your calf.
It was a ton of fun.
I ended up with 2 calf stashes. How many did you have?
I had 2 because I did 2 shots as well.
Okay, yeah, same. I think.
Go ahead.
I think I might have drank more than 2 shots, but I only have 2 cabs, so so 2 stashes is all I got.
One of the guys, he turned to me as this was all happening. He's like, "Wait, take off your sunglasses. You're the Gay Rugby Podcast guy."
Yeah, we gave them a sticker.
Me.
We gave them one of these, and it should be on there because they had a Fireball in this container with the spout.
Yep.
So we want to see a picture of it.
So anyway, ton of fun. And then the trans match happened. So much fun. The energy in the crowd was electrifying. Mm-hmm. There was so many supporters in the stadium who were just rooting for their team members and for the community. And I kept doing this joke where I was like, it wasn't like you were rooting for a team. You were just rooting for the movement and for the moment.
Yeah.
And so I was like, go everyone.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was just fun. Everyone was having fun. And the trans match has athletes from all teams. So everyone, and for example, we in Rome, we had teammates that were on both sides of the pitch. They were playing against each other. So of course we're rooting for everyone that's playing.
Of course.
And everyone's just there to have a good time, and a good time was had. But the day continued. What happened after that?
We interviewed Val again and the designer of the trans match jerseys, Jax.
Shout out to Jax.
So that was fun. You know what my favorite part of that whole day was? They had some leftover sandwiches that they were giving out for free.
Free food, hey. You know what my favorite part was? The ice cream truck that showed up.
There was an ice cream truck. And you remember those SpongeBob ice cream?
With the gumball eyes and stuff like that?
Yes, with the gumball eyes. I haven't had one of those in years. And so I walked up to the ice cream truck. I said, I want a SpongeBob ice cream. And he handed me one. I paid for it, and I ate it.
That was fun. That was a highlight for sure.
But there was no gumball eyes, Ozzie.
What? Oh, I remember we had this discussion because
there's no more gumball eyes. I think maybe someone choked and died.
Yeah, choking hazard, I think. But we all know you never choke on balls.
And then we headed back to the hotels to get ready for the closing ceremony, which was a ton of fun.
And for those of you that haven't seen our prior episode where we go to Sevens in LA, the unicorn and rooster, aka Cock, made an appearance in NORAM.
We wore costumes.
Yeah, we did.
So we got to the venue. It was fun.
It was fun.
It was a good time. We get to the closing ceremony. There's a huge line. Ozzie is late, as always.
Was I late?
And so you know what I did? I had brought a water bottle full of tequila.
Oh, no. You know what? No. It's not that I was late. Remember, I went to the market. There was a market there. And I was like, well, I want a pre-drink before I go inside. So I was in the store and you were outside. And then you're like, hey, I'm here. And then I said, forget it. I just put back what I had and I ran outside. But luckily, someone brought tequila.
I brought tequila.
Oh, was that you?
Yes. So you don't remember. This is okay.
My God, it's already
This was
starting.
Ozzie's night of debauchery. So let me tell the story.
Go for it.
You were late.
I was?
Yes.
I swear I thought I was
Late.
in the store when you...
It was, so you were late, and you know how I know? Is because I had a big bottle full of tequila that I brought.
Uh-huh.
The line was super long. I waited in line 5 times. I went through the whole line 5 times before Ozzie got there, which I actually really enjoyed because I made new friends with
Slut.
so many cool people. And then I would get to the front of the line. I'm like, I'm just going to get to the back of the line. I've got more tequila to drink. Ozzie shows up. We put our costumes on, and then we interview people outside the bar.
So, just FYI, I was responsible for 2 other adults that I had to take with me and our costumes. So I guess I was late. Yeah, you're right. But
that
for
sounds
some reason,
really
I still went to the little market because I thought I had time. I don't know if you had stepped away or what the deal was, but in my mind, I was like, I had time, but I guess I didn't. Sorry.
So I offered Ozzie some of the tequila,
Oh boy.
and he had some.
I feel like you did this. This is you were scheming this entire time.
So we interview people outside the bar. Ton of fun. Then we go in for the closing ceremony for the NORAM Cup. So we go inside. There's a little bit of a pre-dance party, but really the party doesn't get started until they do the awards. So they brought out all the teams that won different awards, first place, second place. Congratulations to the San Francisco Fog.
Congratulations.
The NORAM Cup winners.
Woo-woo.
So pumped for them. They look like they had a ton of fun.
A Cali
and also,
team.
Yeah. California represent.
Yep.
Love that. And we kind of stood up near the front and
Yeah.
made a lot of friends. And we helped. The photographer was like,
Oh, yeah.
there's so many people on stage and his lens is only so wide.
So we're like yelling
trying to
at
get
everyone
together on stage, get them close together.
Yeah. And then they announced where NORAM is going to be held
Yes, in 2027.
which is Mexico City.
Mexico.
Woo-hoo! Congratulations to Spicy Rugby.
Yeah, estoy muy feliz.
¿Estás muy feliz? Como
Sí.
una lombriz. Felicitaciones. Estoy muy excitado para ir a la Ciudad de México.
Exactly. Yes. So super pumped for 2027, NORAM in Mexico. And to celebrate, Ozzie drank a whole bottle of tequila.
No. This is, I mean, yes, but that's not how it happened.
So we're walking around in our costumes, dancing, having a good time. We did a lot of shots. You bought shots for the entire rugby team, the Mexico Spicy
Yeah, as a
rugby team.
congratulations,
As a
right?
congratulations.
But then they started buying shots too. I remember they kept bringing shots.
Yeah, I think that was also on your tab. But
Really? Was it? I have to check my credit card statement. No. Well, I don't know if I can say, but someone snuck in a bottle.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, that's why what happened.
Yes.
Okay. Goodness. So anyway, eventually we take off our costumes, and that's when things get really freaky and frisky.
Well, I remember at one point, like, so it's like the venue has like a second story, like they're like breezeways or like indoor, like, I don't know, like balcony areas.
Yeah.
So you can look over onto the dance floor and like I feel like everyone was shirtless. Like I even think the bartenders were all shirtless at some point. But everyone's just like having a good time and the shirts all came off. And
Shirts came off. At one point I look over and Ozzie's making out with 4 different men at once.
that is not true.
It's totally true. If you weren't making out with them, they were making out with some part of your body.
First of all,
you were like.
I do not remember
posse.
any of this. This is the part where I said I blanked out because I don't remember
and then
any of this.
This is where Ozzie left his phone, left his shirt. They kick everyone out of the bar. It's over. We all go downstairs. Ozzie's like having fun. We're doing stuff. We get outside and I'm like, wait. Ozzie's not doing good.
I don't remember. I remember like bits and pieces.
Yeah.
But I don't remember like most of what you guys like told me. Like, so apparently I left my bag that had our costumes in it,
Had the costumes and your phone.
my phone, my shirt,
Yep.
and apparently my dignity.
And the bar staff was being really aggressive. You know, there was a lot of drunk people around, so they're kicking everyone out. And then I got to go in and be like, hey, my buddy left his bag upstairs. Can you go check for it? And they were actually really sweet about it. They found it. They brought it down, and we gave it to Ozzie. And then Ozzie was carried off by a very close friend of ours. And your flight was at like 6 a.m., right?
The very next morning. Like, well, within hours. I just remember... And I still hadn't like packed all my stuff.
Yeah.
So shout out to Andrew. I got to say thank you, Andrew.
Thank you, Andrew. Thanks for taking care of Ozzie.
Yeah, dude. That never happens. I swear. Like, I mean, I shouldn't say never. It has happened before, but I think the one time that it did happen, I think someone put something in my drink. This time, yeah, it's a whole different story. But this time, I think it's because I just had too much to drink, and.
Drink responsibly.
And we were having a good time, and I was like with people that I trust, and so I think I just kind of let my guard down and just like was being a little irresponsible. But Andrew like packed all my stuff for me. And
aw, that's sweet.
And he drove us to the airport because I had a rental that needed to be returned. And I did have we were on a time crunch, and yeah, he totally, had it not been for him, I would have been in Boston.
You would have still been there.
Yeah, I would still would have been there.
Because there was an after party, and I wasn't going to miss it.
And I would have been at that after party.
Yeah,
but
so
luckily...
Then I went to the after party. I think I made out with 3 guys. If you were one of them, comment below.
Yeah, good times.
Good times. It's so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, the next morning, flew back to Los Angeles.
Yeah. And here we are. Still recovering. I'm still looking for my dignity.
Mentally, yeah. No, it's a lot. These tournaments are a ton of fun. They are honestly like life-changing. You don't realize that the community is this big, or that it's like this special, or that people are this close, and that you could have such an amazing international community of people that you end up considering family. Yeah,
and spicy rugby, I have family in Mexico now. I mean, I already did, but I'm saying
already did.
But I have new family members. Like, you know, if I went to Mexico City tomorrow, I know they'd say like, come out to practice. Let's go have drinks. Let's go have dinner. Let's go do the stuff.
There you go.
And that's what rugby is all about.
That's what rugby's all about. So definitely looking forward to the next NORAM in 2027. But before that, we're headed to Australia.
Oh my God. And we'll obviously, hopefully I don't black out this time.
Well, maybe we'll go a few days early.
Well, actually, hold on. Let's rewind a little more. Before that, we also have Rugtacular that's happening
in Palm Springs
this year. So we will be reporting back on that as well.
Yeah. So thank you all so much for tuning in to another episode of the Gay Rugby Podcast.
And remember, don't just play the sport.
Also subscribe on Instagram, YouTube,
Sorry. Go ahead, do it again.
TikTok. And remember,
don't just play the sport.
Change the sport at Gay Rugby Podcast, all social media platforms. Hectic episode, but fun episode, just like NORAM.
Yes, and I need one of these because I need to refocus.
Yeah, seriously. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning into another episode of the Gay Rugby Podcast. If you liked this video, do us a favor and subscribe. Hit that bell to change your preferences to notify all, and that way you'll get a notification every time a new episode comes out, which is going to be every Monday. So share this video with a friend, like, comment, and we appreciate the support. We'll catch you on the rugby pitch. See ya.